Here he goes again, 35 seconds to go. Bit of progress from Misha, but has he got the time and energy to convert it into any more progress? Does well on the match. A zone would come in very handy here if the feet cut loose, but he hangs on to it, pops out right and gets the zone. Brilliant persistence from Misha Pekolraz, but this move here is no joke either.
It was only within a couple of seconds of pulling on. Yeah, a good example of that with Yannick Fleury taking away medals earlier on in the week in the Bouldering World Championships and not really doing much on the boulders, just his one top.
This is an enormous moment for Adam Ondra. Had the worst possible result for the speed climbing. I mean, might have wished he just saved his energy because he ended up 20th. Might as well not have bothered, so he's got everything to lose.
Adam always thinking outside the box. Completely different method. What's he got on the top for us then?
Slaps out to the right hand. This is a huge moment for Adam Ondra. He needs to get himself set and lock that left hand in place. He was under real pressure and he's delivered. I don't think he could have helped here, Sean. Adam needs something as well. We've already seen Alex Megos top all 4 boulders. What odds would you have got on Alex Megos being the one to top all 4 boulders and for the speed results we got this morning? So Adam got the jump. Perfect timing.
Ondra just trying to tuck into the groove a little bit more this time. Doesn't seem to be comfortable at all in that space. Now he hits it and really locks the crimp into place. Should bring it home from here.
Yeah, he ain't letting go from there, Adam Ondra. Top for him on number 2, like on number 1. He had a real battle.
Kazakhstan has done it. And he's a speed climber, showing these boulders how it's done.
Well, he's not too shabby on the boulder. He's 41st in the Boulder World Championship. When you look at some of the people he finished ahead, that's not a bad result.
Well, again, that just plays into this idea that there is no such thing as a specialist anymore.
Yeah, we use the term very lightly.
Nice inside flag there from Meichi just to stop the swing with the wrap of the right hand on top of the volume. Looks like he's going to go up the right side. Interesting, he goes with his left leg first. Now swaps it to the right, and he should just be able to stand up from here if he's happy on the left hand. He is. Keep the pressure through the feet and relax into the top.
140 left for Alex, suddenly making progress and manages to hold the swing well. If Alex Megos could find a top here on a boulder that only one climber has topped, Meichi Narasaki, it would be enormous. He'd be the first climber with 4 tops. He'd have his favourite discipline still to go. Can he find a way? Risks everything by going up with the right hand. The left hand manages to join it, and Alex Megos has topped the 4th boulder. He's topped all the boulders. It seems ridiculous to say Jakob Schubert has a favoured discipline, but there's no doubt that lead is his number 1, albeit with the proviso that he's good on the speed wall and a 3-time Boulder World Cup winner. So to have bouldering as your second discipline and win 3 World Cups in it. Second in the boulder, 15th in the speed earlier on today. Would have hoped for more in the speed, but more than made amends in the boulder. Couldn't quite find the 4th top, but 3 and 4 zones in the boulder put him in a very strong position coming onto the lead wall.
There's that toe hook Jakob's employing. We just saw Kakura just before him using the heel. Slightly risky situation here with Jakob, where he's got really stretched, does have to go back. Could have to work quite hard. Have to pull quite a lot harder on the left arm than he would have liked there, Jakob.
One thing we know about Jakob Schubert, if we didn't know it before these World Championships, we know it now. He does not give up without a fight. Look at him in the lead semi-final. Look at him in the boulder semi-final. It is not over until it's over with Jakob. He fights for every single move. He will not give up until his arms literally will not hold him on the wall. He's an absolute warrior and absolutely one of the climbers capable of reaching and surpassing the high point of Alex Megos. Rankings wise, we're at the stage now where it won't matter for Alex. He'll be through to the final. And Jakob with a good performance will be too. But it'd be great to see somebody top this route, and Jakob Schubert could well be the person who does it.
That's had to put a fair battle in to get to this point, but he has so much endurance. You feel like, kind of like Stefan Ugasolfi, a couple of decent rest positions, and he might be able to get most of that back. Straight away, just seems to relax where others have struggled.
I think one of the reasons people like watching Jakob so much is he never really looks like he's cruising. It just looks like he's going to war when he climbs. And no matter how tired he might look now, he could still be going 15 moves from now.
Not too happy on that right-hand undercut.
Certainly beginning to look tired, Jakob. He has had an awful lot of competition, having made the lead final, adding to his workload, and of course picking up a medal in the boulder as well.
Definitely shaking off pump there. This is going to be a big fight to the top if we're going to see a top here from Jakob. Can he get through this next sequence of this tricky circle? Goes with a really high left foot. Oh, goes again with the right hand. Interesting sequence here from Jakob.
Yeah, slightly different sequence. We've seen most climbers with their left hand where Jakob's right is.
He's going to have to move that down if he wants to go to the next hole, because it is a pocket. You can only get it with your right hand if you want to get the sequence correct.
Just taking every little opportunity to shake out now. Heading up towards hole 33, safely latches that. Launches for 34, there it is. Jakob having to fight so hard, but that's what Jakob knows how to do. Got himself all crossed up, got to trust that left foot. He's now up to 34, needs to match it to make it 35. It was going out to that crimp where we lost Alex Megos. It's going out to that crimp where we lose Jakob Schubert. Fantastic springy style that he's known for, Tomoa. Don't be fooled though, he's got an awful lot of power. This looks great for Tomoa Nagasaki. This looks perfect for Tomoa Nagasaki. 40 seconds gone.
Yeah, if he does this, tops this, he's going to go through in first place.
So this will almost certainly net Tomoa first position in the boulder.
Yeah,
if he could find the top here.
Technique using that yellow undercut that we've not seen from anybody else. This is it then for Tomoa.
Goes up with that right hand, just needs to get the feet in place. It was the right foot that went last time. If he can keep that solid, maybe on to find a top here. Oh, this is climbing from another planet from Tomoa Nagasaki. I think most people are expecting to see Jakob at the business end of the Olympic combined next year in Tokyo. So he's underway on the lead route.
Let's have a look at this slightly awkward start. Just shuffling along that under side of that sort of kayak-shaped volume. No issues with Jakob's feet there. That are really the most awkward part of the route, but the route set is here once again as Jakob moves around hold 5 and 6. Just get the climbers underway with not too many stresses right at the bottom of the wall. Into this sort of black worm of weird blocked edges and jugs. A few slopers in there for good measure. That's hold number 10 that he crosses into there, big slopey black ball. Things get a touch more dynamic as he moves back out left.
One thing to be aware of, sorry to interrupt Mike, time is much more important in combined lead climbing. Normally in the Lead World Cup we can use count back to previous rounds to separate the climbers. It's all about time. So if you get the same score as someone else, it comes down to your time on the route. So if someone does top, keep an eye on what the clock said, because if another person tops, we'll need to know what the times were. Jakob seemingly untroubled so far. Lost a little bit of time figuring out those balls lower down, but now moving quickly once again.
There's been a whole number of controversies, even just yesterday in the combined. Sean Coxey standing on a bolt, one of the bolts hold to use the place the quick draws. Let's hope we can avoid any of that today. Jakob currently on hold 21, resting between 20 and 21 here.
So exactly hold-wise, halfway up the route, Jakob has no choice but to cut the feet loose. Now he's got quite a journey to go before the next quick draw. He's got to go down and out right and then come all the way back up and left. So a lot of moves to do between two quick draws. You can see the next one waiting for him, but much work to be done before he has a chance to clip it.
opts to toe hook that volume on the right hand edge of the wall there. Do be careful not to use the outside edge of the actual wall itself.
So Jakob powering his way onto the head wall. Footholds will begin running out in just a second. We're led to believe this top section is very technical. Jakob, the closest I think we've got to an out-and-out lead climber in the final this evening, could well set a high point that may not be matched here, even though he's the first climber out. Remember, the climbers coming in reverse order from their current standings in the combined rankings. And Jakob was 7th after the speed and the boulder.
Sort of low cross-through method here, getting about halfway through this traverse now. Things get a little bit more funky here. A little go again with the left hand before bringing the right hand into this side pull right in front of his face, and looking really solid here. Jakob is trying, but he's looking good.
Yeah, he's looking tired, but he's looking good as well. Got a few more moves left in him, Jakob Schubert. We know determination will never be an issue for him. Fight will never be an issue. Bit of a risky move going up with the left hand, but he executes it perfectly. Another big move up with the right hand. Just uses the right leg to steady the rotation. Gets that left crimp in place, and now he's got to work his way up these volumes. And there's a little jump to finish. And Jakob Schubert pulls it off, and he tops the route with 2:28 left on the clock. Brilliant performance.